Jam, get out that jam, I give him 50, ain't gotta ask again.
You know what I'm saying? He said, Jam, get out that jam, I give him 50, he ain't gotta ask again, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gotta ask shit, bro. He said he gave you 50, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fact.
More than that. Like more than that. Shit.
But shit, can you tell us how much he gave you, or you don't want to even?
No, we ain't gotta get into all that. But bro made sure he made a way for me to be straight. Like he's saying, gotta ask again, you know, like shit. Crib, car, all that. Being able to take care of everything I need to take care of. Period. Like it's still up.
They will almost certainly be looking to flip someone who's in on the conspiracy and use their testimony against other defendants.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk is now in federal custody after allegedly booking flights to Italy, Dubai, and Switzerland in an attempt to flee the country. The 32-year-old artist, whose real name is Dirk Banks and who won a Grammy this year for the song All My Life, is accused of scheming to take a life in an alleged murder-for-hire conspiracy targeting rival rapper Quando Rondo in a 2022 shooting in Los Angeles that missed Rondo but killed his cousin. The feds say Banks was retaliating for the 2020 shooting death of his friend, Chicago rapper King Von, at the hands of Rondo's associate. Banks allegedly put a monetary bounty out on Rondo and paid for members of his Only the Family hip-hop group to travel to LA to carry out the shooting. Those 5 alleged hitmen indicted last week and arrested Thursday in Chicago. Banks was arrested Thursday night near Miami, his family attending a court hearing there.
The family would like to make any kind of statement.
Some privacy will not be commented at all.
Just last week, Banks' charity, Neighborhood Heroes, earned him keys to the city for the villages of Broadview and Bellwood. Broadview's mayor now withdrawing the honor and cutting ties with Banks' nonprofit. Mayor Brandon Johnson, whose political committee received $150,000 from Banks, was asked if he'll return or donate the money.
If you're asking me if I should make a judgment on a black man before a full trial has actually come to fruition, it is not my position to determine the outcome of someone's life.
Messages left for Lil Durk's attorney and booking agents have not been returned.
Durk was trying to get the fuck on. Do your homework on trying to whoop the feds on for them grade. That nigga from the rack. It hit different, free folks. Let's start here. Let's just break all this shit down. Oh my kids. Do your homework on trying to be in Italy, Switzerland, and Israel. Folks was going to Israel. On for them, only nigga we know in Israel was Jesus. On for them, folks was trying to get back on for them grade. Do y'all homework. Then you got this OTF jam nigga jamming niggas up. Like, let's just start there. Free the real on my baby. It hit different on for them. I'm all at the concert. Durk just brought me out on stage trying to say the kids push the piece on for them grade. We was on some new shit on for them grade. You got a nigga who you done fed on for them grade. It's bogus, folks. I don't care where y'all from on for them grade. I don't care what side y'all from, folks. This shit bogus. On for them grade, real niggas gon' feel it. It's different. Man, you feed a nigga for 12 years, he come home with a wire. A wire. A wire is crazy, bro. A wire.
Hey, man.
Wait, where's nice?
Free smirk, man.
Yeah.
Fuck OTF Jam and his whole family, man. Free dude. Fuck him and his whole family, man. Motherfucker, man, I see you at a corn stand trying to get some corn around this bitch. Nigga, about a Mexican. Motherfucker. Boy, your ass better not be where the Villa Swailers at, boy. Boy. Thanks, so. Hey, Smirk, I'm gonna hold it down. I'm nitty, I got it.
Yo, it's a message for the youth, man. I hope y'all learn from this situation with Lil Durk, man. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? When you got the crown, when you're on top of your game, when you're doing your thing, when the fans love you, when the streets love you, when everybody love you, when they give you the key to the streets, they give you everything, bro. And it's messed up, man. You gotta look up and see a brother get his life taken due to a mole in your circle.
Because shit, you just came home not too long ago. Like, when you come home?
So I've been home a little bit over a year.
Yeah, okay.
A little bit over a year. 12 years flat.
12 years?
Like 12 years. Did my time.
Ain't told him nobody.
Right.
Ain't no fool shit on my name. Now I'm back. I'm living a life I never thought I'd live. You know?
Yes. Like, how did you even get linked in with just OTF period?
Man, shit. Get LinkedIn. Started with LinkedIn. Bro, this ain't no people I met. Nah, I knew them. Like I'm saying, this was before jail. I know Durk was rapping when he had that. He came out that loud one lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, like before y'all never even heard of that. Like, this was shit in our parties, like personal shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's bro. You know what I'm saying? My whole time in jail, that stayed bro. Like before the money, you know what I'm saying? That was bro. Like I remember when the money wasn't there, supposed to say you 50, I got you. And I gave my lawyer money and everything when I'm fighting my case.
I ain't gonna lie, Durk come through.
All that, like
Durk come through.
that's sure. So I don't give a fuck. Nobody say like. I know I'm a real witness. Like
a lot of niggas can't say anything.
Like my whole time in jail, I was straight.
What's up? Like he was one of the main motherfuckers that held you down your whole bid.
Hell yeah. A lot of the guys did, but hell yeah, he was.
I hood like that though. Yeah. I hood like that. No,
yeah,
go back to her. Everybody get taken care of.
Everybody get taken care of.
No gang shit, none of that shit. It's like some family shit.
Believe my iCloud if I think they really on me though. When trial come, it ain't your phone and be your homie though. It ain't no point in getting no lawyer if your homie told.
Hey,
count as much.
Tell me what's going on, Jam.
Hey, you know what's so crazy though? Motherfucker be sitting up there doing all this, sneak this and internet games and all this. Up some money, do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Not what I want to do what I want. Y'all can't do that, bro. Goof.
Bro got out what?
You know that
How many you did off?
How many years I did it now?
Yeah, that's your last bit. 12?
12.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Yeah.
So much money. We really was just getting that shit in order to just figure out the lanes, man, boy.
This shit feels so good, man. 2 lawyers, man.
I tell them about the building you got?
Everything.
Man, it's closed on the building, man. We ain't fucking around.
You know that we did it.
Fans cracked the case with that shit on YouTube. Told the old head fresh out of jail, this shit right here, he ain't used to.
What you talking about?
By the slide for Vaughn comments. I don't know if people still say it. They used to say it, but you also mentioned a song. They be like, they be saying slide for Vaughn. I think they trolling me. Yo, by the way, that song is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
For some reason, I just don't see the comments no more. Some odd reason. I don't know. Might be the water. You be seeing the comments a lot?
They kind of chilled out a little bit.
I don't know why.
I regret I caught that case, I had a witness. And I was down bad on my dick, they ain't pay attention. Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
I've never heard a Lil Durk song, but everything surround that kid is darkness. Everything. And he's the agent that's being used by the dark forces to dangle him out with the King Von chain, the hats, and all the imagery. All the imagery. He who controls images controls minds. So Lil Durk image is a negative image of darkness.
Well, they say the chicken's coming home to roost. Yeah, I'll turn off the comments. Yeah, that's how you beat the trolls. That's how you beat the haters. You don't even let them talk. Silence them. So all they can do is just look. All they can do is just look. Good morning. Say, ain't nobody laughing at Durk like they were laughing at me when I went to jail. Lord have mercy. So ain't nobody laughing at Durk. Now it ain't funny. Now your favorite rapper go to jail and look like he got a no bond like me. But that boy got a federal no bond. I bet that nigga asshole done closed up. He got a burp to pass gas. He can't even fart out his ass. I know the feeling. Boy, they get your ass and they put a hole on you. Boy, nigga booty be tight and the motherfucker sitting on that bench. Say, let's make fun of Durk like y'all made fun of me. Especially when y'all thought I got slapped. Look like that boy ass in trouble. He got an album coming out. Won't be no album release, boy. Oh my goodness. No, them boys mad. The money gone. Ooh wee. Shout out to Lil Tim. Salute to Lil Tim. The demons stay up. Good God Almighty. Boy, I'm just saying, y'all. Listen, I'm just saying, boys and girls. It's gonna be rough on his ass in California. I bet he going to PC. Them California niggas try to extort it.
Say man, hey man, hey man, it's OG Jucario. Now back at you with another one. And I had to come slide on the YouTube block about OTF Jam, the alleged rat, the snitch that was wearing a wire for years. That's right, he was gathering information on the gang OTF for the federal agents there to make sure and ensure that this day finally came, that Lil Durk would be behind bars for alleged murders and crimes and all type of gang activity, illegal activity that was going on there in Chicago. Wowzers, yikes. So now that we know that the alleged snitch, who was right there with Durk the whole time, okay, and he said Durk held him down while he was locked up, sent the money. That's right. Soon as OTF Jam came home from that 12-year stint that he did, yeah, old Durkio looked out for him, chunked him $50,000, and OTF Jam even alluded to the fact that it was more than that because of the houses and the cars, along with that $50,000 that Durk had looked out for him. You know, it was other things that Durk did for OTF Jam, all just to get jammed up, right, in the end, because this guy OTF Jam was wearing a wire, you guys, and all the conversations were wiretapped. That's right. And no telling what was said on those wiretaps, but obviously enough was said to get Lil Durk, the Grammy Award-winning rapper, locked up, indicted, charged for murder for hire plot against Quando Rondo, an enemy of Durk's, who was alleged to have been involved in the shooting, and the one who actually did the shooting, Lil Tim, the friend of Quando Rondo, right? He's the one that actually gunned down King Von for starting that fight with Rondo. Wow. Yeah. Now, many Chicagoans and rappers are coming out to express how they feel about OTF Jam getting Lil Durky, the cooked turkey, jammed up with the federal agents, you guys, and this wiretap thing that he had going on, and nobody noticed, right, that he was working for the feds. That's right. He was wiretapping the whole OTF gang, and nobody even realized it. Wow. But now, according to court documents, we see what really went on, you guys, and how the feds were able to nab old Lil Durky, the cooked turkey, before he traveled out of the country, right? He tried to outsmart the feds. He tried to, you know, book all these different flights here and there and everywhere, but he couldn't make any flight, right, at all before the feds swooped in on him there in Miami before he got on those flights. Yes, that's right. So Durk, you know, was arrested and picked up by the U.S. Marshals, right? And now we have all these other alleged hitmen that were sent out on this dummy mission to kill Quando Rondo, but they ended up missing Rondo and killing Quando's cousin, the Pop. With this alleged snitch, OTF Jam, being close to Durk in pictures and videos and different IG posts made by OTF, you can see that OTF Jam was right in the middle of the whole ordeal, and he knew exactly what was going on with the OTF family. And like they said in that clip earlier that I played, the feds were just looking for somebody that they could flip. That's That's right. Turn on the whole gang and tell all the details on who are all involved and what all was promised to the hitman, and how things played out in the end. And was Durk really behind this? Obviously, because now we have all the people being arrested and charged. People are expressing their disdain for OTF Jam, saying what they're going to do to OTF Jam when they catch him out there in Chicago. And it's not looking too good at all, because he's a big target right now, knowing that everybody is blaming him. Everybody's saying he's the one that flipped on OTF and wore a wire and got the gang caught up with this murder for hire. Wowzers. Yeah. It's not clear at the moment what the government name for OTF Jam is. We don't know his actual name yet. At least I don't. But there are 2 more names that the OTF members are posting on Instagram stories, saying that these are 2 more cooperators, snitches, right? Rats that cooperated with the feds and gave information about OTF and the alleged murder for hire plot against Quando Rondo. And these names were not listed in the indictment. One of them was Marlon Kirsch and the other one was Sharon Hollins. So these 2 have been outed as rats in this whole ordeal, you guys. Based on reviews of bank records, the credit cards that were issued under accounts belonging to OA and Astronaut Sounds LLC, based on public information, OA was Banks' manager in or around 2022. Georgia Secretary of State online cooperation records show that Astronaut Sounds LLC was initially registered by OA in 2017. A request amendment was filed in 2021 and a new manager, Banks, was added to the business. The bank records also showed that the Astronaut Sounds American Express account had 4 credit cards issued to 4 individuals: Banks' co-conspirator 3, Banks' father DB, and OA, which is pictured in this video. Now, the OA initials in the court documents refer to Lil Banks' previous manager, because now he has a new one that's said in the court documents. But the OA initials stand for Ola Alabogan, and this was the previous manager, right, who these credit cards that were used to rent these vehicles and pay for these flights, right, to carry out this murder for hire plot against Quando in LA there, right. This old manager, this is how they linked Lil Durk to these cards, and also Astronaut Sounds. This company is also in Lil Durk's previous manager name, OA, Ola Alabogan, right? The Astronaut Sounds LLC credit card was also in the previous manager OA's name, or better yet known now by Ola Alabogan, right? So this also traced back with the trademark under Schmirkio, better yet known as Lil Durk. According to court documents, the summary of probable cause says that Banks is the leader of the Chicago-based rap collective known as Only the Family, or OTF. In addition to OTF's status as a rap collective, I know based on the investigation that OTF also acts as an association, in fact, of individuals who engage in violence, including murder and assault, at the direction of Banks, and to maintain their status in OTF. For example, based on evidence collected during the investigation, including the interview of witnesses, I know that Banks put a monetary bounty out for an individual with whom Banks was feuding with named TB, and this is indeed Quando Rondo. As detailed below, on August 19, 2022, multiple OTF members and associates used 2 vehicles and worked in tandem to track, stalk, and attempt to murder TB at a gas station located in Los Angeles, California. The co-conspirators fired at least 18 rounds into TB's vehicle, striking and killing SR, who was Lil Paul, TB's family member who was traveling with TB. On October 17, 2024, a grand jury sitting in the Central District of California returned an indictment charging 5 co-conspirators. Banks is identified as co-conspirator 1 in the indictment, which is incorporated herein by reference. Based on an investigation and described below, evidence shows that Banks ordered TB's murder and that the hitman used Banks and OTF-related finances to carry out the murder. For example, bank and flight records show that OTF member and close associate of Banks, co-conspirator 3, coordinated and paid for Jones, Lindsay, Wilson, Houston, and other OTF member, co-conspirator 2, to travel from Chicago to California on the day before the murder, August 18, 2022. Co-conspirator 3 paid for the flights using the credit card linked to Banks and OTF. Around the time that co-conspirator 3 purchased the co-conspirators' flights to California, iCloud records show that a phone number associated with Banks text co-conspirator 3, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." Wow. And now this is what Lil Durk is telling co-conspirator 3. Yes, that's right, you guys. Don't book any flights associated with Durk's name. That way, Durk is thinking, hey, this can't come back on me. But what Durk didn't, realize is that they were financing this whole murder for hire hit against Quando just by using the credit cards that were in OTF's name. Wow. Yeah. Additionally, on the same day that the hitmen traveled to California from Chicago, Banks also traveled to California with another charged co-conspirator, Grant, on a private jet. Later that day, Grant purchased ski masks for the shooters to use to commit the murder and paid for other co-conspirators' hotel rooms using credit cards in Banks' name. Wow. Now, according to court documents, this indictment reads that due to serious safety concerns, this affidavit does not provide the identity of those witnesses. Based on the FBI's investigation, I know that witnesses and or their family members have already received threats and have been contacted in which appear to be attempts to influence their participation in the investigation. So there you have it. That's also another reason why Durk probably can't get bond, is because, of these alleged witnesses being threatened, right? Their lives are definitely being threatened because of, the participation in this investigation could also lead to, Lil Durk also being prosecuted. Based on open source research, I know that Banks has attempted to publicly distance himself from suspected gang and or criminal activity. And Banks then became philanthropist, giving away all kinds of money. He even gave money to the mayor there in Chicago, and there are talks if the mayor is going to actually give this money back to Durk now that he's been charged with murder for hire, right? I don't even know why people would think that the mayor would even comment on that, because the mayor didn't comment on it. He just spoke on the fact that he would not condemn Durk, and Durk hasn't had his day in trial yet. Okay, so he can't say if Durk is guilty or not. Okay, so he didn't actually comment on the money part that Durk gave him. But this mayor is saying, hey man, I'm not going to be the judge of this young man's life before he gets a fair shot in the court system. According to the affidavit, based on my review of records from a private airplane company, I know that Banks and Grant flew on the same airplane from Los Angeles to Miami on August 16, 2022, and back to Los Angeles on August 18, 2022, the day before SR's murder, who happens to be Lil Pop. Records from a rental property show that Banks' manager, his previous manager, O.A., or better yet known as Ola Alabogan, rented a house in Encino, California from July 1st, 2022 to October 1st, 2022. Based on investigators' review of photographs of the interior of the Encino rental, I know that video footage from the August 18, 2022 podcast shows the host of the podcast with Banks, wherein Banks appears to be inside the Encino house, placing Banks in Los Angeles during the same time that the hitmen that he hired were there from Chicago to do the hit. According to court documents, the hitmen and the cars that were used in the murder of Lil Paul and in the targeting of Quando Rondo in this murder for hire plot, these cars followed Quando and his entourage for hours according to the indictment. And, that right there says that these guys were, already given the drop on these guys, where Quando and his entourage were, because how did they know where these guys was once they got to Chicago, right? And a lot of people have their own, theories on, if somebody gave the drop. And allegedly, a lot of people are, putting out there that Brick Baby could have been the one that gave the drop to Lil Durk's hitman once they got to the LA area and started following Quando Rondo from those tips that were giving out. Wow. Based on the investigation, Grant was the primary driver of the murder vehicle 1, as discussed above, and in addition to driving the vehicle, Grant took steps to help facilitate the murder, including booking the hotel room for the hitmen. Additionally, GPS data associated with murder vehicle 1 shows that the vehicle was parked outside of a sporting goods store at the approximate time that 4 black ski masks matching the appearance of those used by the shooters were purchased. Now, according to court documents, Banks was booking multiple international flights after law enforcement arrested multiple co-conspirators and executed search warrants at locations associated with OTF members. Lil Durk was starting to feel the heat, and he had obviously got the word that his OTF members were being locked up, with these search warrants being held in Chicago. And once somebody gave Durk the word, that's when he started dialing up and trying to book these flights, trying to, trick the feds and making them think that he's going to be here, there, and everywhere. But the feds caught up with Durk before he can even catch one flight out of town there in Miami. And based on open source research, I believe that the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, does not have a bilateral extradition treaty with the United States. So this means that Durk was planning to go over there to Dubai and possibly, never come back. So as it turns out, it was one that was real close to Lil Durk, OTF Jam, who they're saying is the one who wore the wire, the one who gathered the information for the feds, right? And they say he wore a wire for multiple years, you guys. Wow, yes. So how long was OTF Jam wearing these wires, letting the feds tap into conversations that Old Block and Lil Durk were having during his time when he was around the gang? Durk should have listened to Wallow when he went on $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, because Wallow warned him. He told him, hey, I forgave my enemy who killed my brother. I forgave the killers. He was telling Lil Durk and his crew, the OTF gang, to forgive Lil Tim and Quando Rondo for killing King Von. But did Durk listen? No. He went out there and he slid for Von anyway. And now people are saying they crashed out for Von. Wow. Well, y'all get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this entire ordeal with one of OTF's very own, OTF Jam, getting Lil Durk, the HNIC, jammed up with the federal agents behind putting a murder for hire plot on Quando Rondo. And until next time, this is OG Jucario TV with the latest in rap, hip-hop, celebrity, and urban news. You're watching the Rundown Podcast. I appreciate everybody for spinning with me. I appreciate all my subscribers for sliding with your boy every time. And say, hey man, keep hitting that like button, keep hitting that subscribe button, and look, turn on post notification so we can slide whenever I get the drop. You already know what it is, man. It's deeper than Buddha, heard you hear me? And guess what? I'm gone.